First, we turn to the bloody violence that broke out Sunday night at a maximum security prison in South Carolina, leaving 7 prisoners dead, 17 others seriously injured, the deadliest prison riot in the United States.
So after the Lee riots, which took place on this yard, we lost lives, and we never want to lose lives of anybody. We were looking for something different. And when I met Andre, I said, you know, I believe in these men. I believe that they can change. I believe if we give them hope, if we give them a future, that they can change the prison culture.
SCDC confirms that shocking new video obtained by WIS shows an inmate at the Lee Correctional Institution attacking a guard with a makeshift weapon. But as the attack continues, you see another inmate step in and intervene, saving the lieutenant's life. According to SCDC, both the guard and the inmate who intervened were stabbed multiple times, but are expected to be okay, and because of that, Director Brian Sterling says he believes the Academy of Hope program has served its purpose in a big way.
Can't think of a bigger deal than saving someone's life. I mean, literally, this is a different conversation if it's not for the Academy of Hope and not for that offender.
The Academy of Hope is a one-of-a-kind program. No place on the planet does it exist, because no place on the planet did they think we could exist. But now that we're here, we're going to take this movement, we're going to embed it in people's heart and let them know our biggest gift to the prison system is twofold. We show inmates the possibility of holding on to their dream. And we teach the staff the reality of their wrongness by thinking we can't ever become something great.
What Andre is trying to do with Academy of Hope is trying to get them to transition from the inside to the outside so they can become productive citizens. What he's learned in and out of prison and being able to share that through the Academy of Hope and that platform gives him an opportunity to really make a difference in other people's lives based on his own personal experience. And so to me, that's authentic, that's real, and he is real.
Academy of Hope wants both sides to sit at the table and say, how can we make this better? The solution's with us. There's nobody out in society, there's no PhD, there's no doctor, there's no police officer. This is a corrections problem. COs and inmates, we can fix this. Nobody understands prison like we do. They think they know. They read a book or saw a movie. Until you've been back here behind this wall for 24 hours, 7 days, you don't get this. It's a whole nother world.
So Dre calls me one day and he says, listen, we're gonna do this thing in South Carolina prison system. So I was like, what is it? We're gonna take the most violent offenders in South Carolina. We're gonna take gang leaders. We're gonna take top influencers, and we're gonna put them all in one block. We're gonna get a dorm to ourselves, and we're gonna go in, and we're gonna change the whole situation. And in that space, what the world said was the most dangerous and unruly individuals, I've saw some of the best brotherhood and family and love and compassion and caring and intellectual individuals in the world.
They took out the violence, and what I mean by they took out the violence, there was no knives. So I never been on the yard where you didn't have a knife. I never been on the yard where you come outside with your shower shoes on. You gotta have on your boots because you never know what can happen at any minute. They took out the violence, they replaced it with education. My environment is what I make it now. I'm around positive people.
Oh, bless.
Culture, a lot of people don't know, culture is from a root word that means care. In order for you to create a culture, you have to care about individuals. Caring starts from making a safe environment for people to be in. Once people feel safe, they become a part of the culture. Why this is important is because the environment changes a person before the person changes the environment. It's a quote that Inky Johnson says all the time, and I can see that in effect when I move into spaces. We change the culture first, then that person feels safe, and then naturally that environment makes people start to react and rise to their higher selves in the environment.
When I've seen my best friend in the hospital bed with his head shot off because a 15-year-old decided that the Glock pop off at 2 o'clock in the daytime.
If you don't tap into their value, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because like I said, you'd be surprised, even though you may be a corrections officer, the warden, or even the directors, you can learn how things can get solved by the people you have inside.
When I go to visit the program that Andre works in, those guys are just full of thanks for us bringing something to them that lets them be real with who they are, deal with the things that they buried deep, the trauma that they didn't deal with as a child. They're able to deal with those things now in a group of men who they probably never would have shared those things with. Just that, right now, I see the difference in how this program has helped them. And I feel that if it had not come in and these opportunities have not been given to them, we would still have angry men out there, people who wouldn't talk, who would, as Andre would say, kill each other on sight.
Now you can catch me anywhere, where they call me Slick Life for Bubs. You can catch me in the hood with the bird dap in the hood. Some people don't understand, some people understand what it was. You say you know that by the sight, it's not a way to think.
At Academy of Hope here, we have our men on deck creating solutions, creating programs, creating tangibles that you can see. The thing that we're missing is your input. Without the collaborative effort, it's going to be one-sided, and it's not going to stand.